Grace hurried to find Shai, her heart heavy with worry. Shai, I have no time for pleasantries. I am deeply troubled. The darkness threatening my knee, Elizabeth, is changing in ways I can't explain. She described the shadowy hands that had been reaching for Elizabeth, grasping like a child trying to catch fog. But my last visit was different, and it terrifies me. The shadow, which usually hangs like a cloak on Conrad's shoulders, began to squirm. Disembodied faces, twisted in agony, pushed out from it, as if trying to escape. I felt such immense suffering from them, a devastation I've only heard our warriors describe after battle. But this man, Conrad, is supposed to be an educated man of God. Why would he carry such darkness? Shai's expression was grim. Inanna, the man you face is more terrible than you know. We've been watching him. He is a heretic hunter, and when he is not with Yanni, he travels the land, inciting mobs and using torture to extract confessions. And his brutality is escalating. The more time he spends with Elizabeth, the worse his methods become. Words are not enough. I must show you. Shai's eyes turned white, and Grace was pulled into a vision. She saw Conrad and his assistant preparing a torture chamber. A man, Giselfrid, was tied to a chair. Conrad, ignoring the rule against bloodshed, absent-mindedly toyed with the sharp end of a cat's claw, a pronged fork designed to rip flesh, and a breast ripper. But his thoughts strayed to Elizabeth, her skin, her form. Enraged by his own weakness, he yelled, "Enough," and turned his fury on the prisoner. He ordered a terrified Giselfrid hoisted into the air by his wrists, his shoulders contorting horribly. As the prisoner screamed, Conrad inhaled deeply, a warm breeze washing over him as his darkness fed on the victim's agony. He was free from his sinful thoughts, lost in the buzz of torment. The vision shifted. 2 years later, Conrad watched as Heinrich Manike, a man he'd pursued relentlessly, was led to be burnt at the stake. But even in this moment of supposed victory, Conrad's mind was filled with Elizabeth. He imagined her in the flames, a seductive demoness, beckoning him. Desperate, he dug a spiked chain into his own thigh, the physical pain a welcome distraction. As the flames finally consumed Manike, Conrad's vision of Elizabeth turned her attention to the burning man. And suddenly Conrad's mind was clear. He felt free. It was a revelation. Elizabeth wasn't a temptation. She was a sign from God, sent to remind him of his true purpose. To be free from the sins of the flesh, he must sacrifice heretics to the flames. As this thought took hold, the darkness around him swelled, transforming into a monstrous, spiked halo, sucking in all surrounding shadows. Grace gasped, pulling herself from the vision. This is impossible. How can a mere human wield such power? The darkness seems to be using him to create more suffering to feed upon. I do not know, Shai admitted. I have summoned a council. Lord Utu and Lady Ereshkigal must be consulted, Grace hissed. We don't need them interfering. We can handle this. It is too late, Shai said. They are on their way. Grace knew a storm was coming, but her resolve was absolute. She would protect her knee no matter the cost. If you're as captivated as we are, and want to know the rest of the story, check out Nekomancers, Purrtectors by Mel Tokken,